Okay, we're live. I'm gonna change some settings, let people join here. Okay, here's the deal today. I don't actually have that much time. So, we're gonna go here. We're gonna start timer, and 3 hours. Okay. So, last time we had a Biesel stream, I did a little bit of prep, mainly just getting the Naquadria bee down here. But I had to do so many other things. And we didn't really get much actual Biesel-related things done. And now we're way more prepared, because we're an entire voltage tier ahead of then. We do, in fact, have the 4 fusion reactors here, which is what we'll need later. Though I might need some extra coil, I'm not sure, because we might have used a bit on MCRs and stuff. So 32 per... There's 4 fusions, yeah, we're missing 7. Craft that quickly. But yeah, because we're in UV, we just have a lot of stuff. And so, this will be a lot easier this time. Also, I did end up getting the Mega Apiary going properly, with help from Mastiox. We got the lasers here. Apparently you can't direct laser into it, and you can't have multi-amp hatches. But you're allowed as many normal hatches as you want, so we just have this. And then also I set up a lot of phosphorus production, and sent it through these centrifuges. And so now we have quite a bit of phosphorus. Like 2.7 thousand phosphorus. Don't have much time, 3 hours, you don't know GTNH clearly. Oh, yeah, and then also I set up a mini Orproc area. I just copied 9's design with a few quirks. And now, this is how we're gonna do everything from now on. If I want Mysterious Crystal right now, it will actually request the comb and turn it into dust there. And so it's gonna get sent through this MCR. Eventually, it has to make phthalic acid first. There. It purifies it. And then it'll get sent up through here into this subnet. Oh. Which then macerates it. And apparently these things have too many parallels, and so only one machine will run. I'll probably have to turn down their parallels. That should have worked. I'm actually not entirely sure. Yep, it's working. One recipe at a time. The MCR will need upgrading. Those machines definitely don't, though. Anyways. That's our B stuff. We're not going to be doing much of that right now. First, I want to get the Naquadria reactor actually patterned and going. So we're going to need a UV assembly line. We have a UHV1 from last stream, so that's easy. Most of this is doable except for this. Okay, I just need to fluid solidify that. I assume we don't have huge Naquadria fluid pipes. To post my fan art to the subreddit, I did see that. Wow, we have 1x, 2x, 4x, 12x, and 16x, no 8x. Thank you guys. That's definitely easier. I think we have lanthanum? Yeah, a little bit. Ah, that might need to be more. Wait, what am I... Oh, yeah. Never mind. We're in assembler 1. And let's put this in jackass line. We love jackass line. Okay, before we pattern this, actually I do need to scan it. Give me a second. Oh, come on. So before I request this, we actually need to do a little bit of math. Because I don't know how much fuel each one is going to use, and I don't know how much power each one's going to generate. So we are using Naquita Fuel 2. I'm going to need some help from people who have done this before. I don't know if there's any of those people here. But this menu is confusing to me, and let me explain why. If I go to Fuel here. The OG Biesel here, where is it? You have like 6 different types. Here, the OG Biesel gets put in a combustion generator here, and it shows me its fuel value here. Just straight up. A full bucket will turn into 480,000 EU, always. And then you have an efficiency modifier on each generator. So this one will output 2,000 EU per tick at an efficiency of 65%. And so I can extrapolate all the math from that. This is different. 1 liter lasts 3.5 seconds, I guess. And the base output voltage, this is confusing. This isn't total EU. So it's not going to be 1 millibucket to 2.3 million. It's the voltage. So is this 2.3 million EU per tick base with the... Like, this is just confusing. I just don't know if there's anyone here who actually has the answer to my question. Is this 2.3 million EU per tick, or is it 2.3 million EU per millibucket? Because it looks like either. I think it's 2.3 million per tick during runtime with this fuel. I think that's how it works. In that case, then it's 1 liter every 3.5 seconds. Times 16 here. There we go. So it's 4.6 liters per second. How many liters are we making? Well, it's 1-to-1 here. In 4 fusion reactors, we are making 100 liters every 25 over 4. So 625 liters per second. Whoa. That can't be right. The Large Knockwater Reactor wiki. Why isn't it in the quest book? I read the quests for this. It tells you nothing. I can go look at the wiki shortly here. I noticed that Mark II neck fuel with cryotherm and atomic separation catalyst makes 100 million. With my math, that sounds about right. Yeah, okay. So, here's the problem I'm running into right now when doing this math. With 4 fusion reactors, this adds up to 135 Knockwater reactors, even with 16 times fuel usage. Which isn't accounting for the efficiency bonus, so... Did I make way too many fusion reactors? 9 told me I needed 4, because he did all the math and then told me 4. Because 4 seems like almost 1,000 times more than I actually need. Maybe he was calculating for a full bucket. Like, maybe he thought, maybe he saw this recipe and thought this was a bucket, not a liter. So in that case, I do not need 4 fusion reactors because I don't have over 200 Knockwater reactors, and I'm not interested in getting, what would that be, like 20 billion EU per tick? Use the atomic separation, it increases the fuel. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at that and it says 16 times power and 16 times fuel usage. That's why I'm still shocked that I'm getting such a high number of reactors per fusion. I mean, these aren't expensive, I could actually try that. Okay, hold on. 138 reactors per fusion just seems like such an insane number. Oh. How did this happen again? Whatever, we'll just place it on here so there's nothing in the way. Dude, stop spamming me with so many hatches, good grief. Then I need maintenance. Do I need maintenance? No, I don't actually. I think? Wait. No, there's drone hatch, okay. Any casing? Any bottom layer casing, okay. Testing anything in GTNH takes forever, because you have to do this whole ritual of setting up the multi-block you want to test. And of course hatches don't auto-input, so I have to place these pumps and set them on import. And then I also need to remember the liquid air. No, you won't give me a cell? Fine. Incomplete structure, really? Probably need dynamo. I'll just give it like a big-ass UV hatch. Generating power. How much power? Tell me. Oh, I gave it Mark 1, but that does confirm my numbers. So it's 16 liters every... I see, okay. That's that number, I needed that. But now, Dynamo Hatch, how much are you producing? How do I even see this? Do I have to build an LSC? I'll die if I have to build an LSC. Because I don't know how to see how much this is producing. Maybe a scanner will tell me? Currently generates 15.6 million. Hey, I'm getting... Oh wait, this is NAC 1. Give me a second. Oh, fine. That's great. I just wanted to pick up the hatch. Now you're gonna give me every debuff? What do you mean? No, I can't. I don't want to open to land. Someone's gonna... Whatever, man. Fine. That's great. What do you mean I don't have permission to use this command? It's my creative test world. I can just do... What the hell, man? Do the math here. Yeah, that makes sense. 16 times output, so... It'll generate 16 times this number using this much fuel in this much time. Times 16. And multiply all that by 16. Except for the time. So, that's all that math. Now I'm gonna verify, because again, 135 reactors per fusion seems insane. So, one fusion will produce 100 liters. Yeah, 100 liters every 25 seconds, right? $100 liters every 25 seconds. Dude, why are you like this? There we go. It's 4 liters per second. Then, how much is each reactor using? Just over 4. Okay, then my math was horrendously wrong. Because each reactor is 1 every 3.5. Every 16. Oh no, times 16. 4.6. Which ends up being a little bit odd. Honestly, I could do 4 reactors then. And what if we get a billion EU per tick? What if I get a billion EU per tick? Because I just calculated 10 here. This is 10 reactor. Oh, okay, no, that's not quite going to be right. I can't do a billion with 4 fusions. My math's terrible. It's also bad content. Shit, man, I'm tired. Each one's 4 per second. Each reactor is 4.6 per second. 4 reactors is only going to be... 4 fusions is only going to be 3 NAC reactors. That's kind of sad. Should I get more fusions? If I get 4 more fusions, then I can do... 4 fusions. No, you can't quite. 8 fusions could almost do 7 reactors, which is 700 million EU per tick. If I do 12 fusions, I can get 1 billion EU per tick. That's, I mean, that's funny. Wait. I don't know about this one. I don't know. Hmm. Oh, that's a lot of chlorobenzene. Oh. How many circuits is this? Where are the circuits? Oh, they're up here. Oh, yes. 3.4 thousand. Okay, here's the deal. If there were no better fusion reactors, this would be a no-brainer. I'd hit start. The problem is, there are better fusion reactors, and there's better ones very soon. Wouldn't I want a compact fusion for this, right? Compact fusion would be way better. I'd get one compact Mark III, lasts us to, like, UIV. Wonder if I could actually do that right now. That really doesn't help the problem, does it? It really doesn't help the cost problem. Where's the front of this thing? Or is the controller in the inside? I can't find it. Makes the problem more compact. I don't think this is true. Oh, no, we don't have that amount of americium. That's not even real. That's interesting math. I see why that gets fast, then. Okay, we're not gonna do compact now. It is between 12 fusion reactors now for 1 billion EU per tick right now, or wait and get a compact fusion reactor in UHV and use that instead. And then only produce like 200 million right now. For the record, by the way, 200 million is still 4 times the power that we're already making. No, it'd be 300 million. Actually, no, I can do the exact math on how much power this is. Because it's Mark II. Wait. Someone in chat's scamming me. Or, no, am I dumb? I think I'm dumb. Give me a second. I see. It's 100 million per fusion reactor. I only need 9 fusions for 1 billion. You know, that's way more doable. There we go. I mean, this is reasonable. Right? Okay, maybe not. It drains our entire circuit reserve. 5.5 million sulfuric acid. But this is doable. This is fine. It's not even cutting too far into some of our reserves. I mean, it is a megabyte crafting recipe, but we'll just go with it. Oh, shut up. Yeah, my passive system's bad and it failed and I have to make a new one. Shut up. You know how to make more. Yeah, this means I've fallen behind by 400,000 liters. I assume the compact is more efficient energy profit-wise. Actually, no, because we are exactly on tier with using a Fusion 2, and so we are actually losing no efficiency by using a smaller reactor. It's just long-term efficiency. Later we'll start upgrading it a bunch, and the compact is going to be way easier to upgrade because you just swap it. Oh, yeah, you just give it more amps, I think? Maybe I'm wrong. No, maybe this was the right decision. Okay. We've calculated that now. Took us a little bit. Oh, and I made my math so easy. Holy shit. We're gonna have 10 fusion reactors. So now I just calculate everything else. For heavy Nakoda fuel. Oh, actually, I should note down me ordering that craft. There. For this, it's every 2.5 seconds, because we divide by 10. Because there's 10 fusion reactors. So it's 780. 780 divided by... That's not 780, that's 280. 780 divided by 2.5 is 312. I'm gonna get a sign for this. Aren't you guys glad you tuned into this stream where I do math for like an hour? Ooh, this is actually a perfect floor. I just need to decorate it. It looks a bit ass, but I can definitely work with it. This is our long-term knock room. So, we need 312, that's, holy, 312 light knack. What's the other number? 360, I knew it. 312 light knack, and then 360 divided by 2.5, 144. There. That's those numbers. Now the big problem with this, why I'm doing all this math, is because of this step. This is really bad, because it's 20 liters to make just, like, nothing. And it gives so much Nakoda gas. This is, like, really, really sad. I wish there was a better way to get it, but no, there really isn't. The Nakoda solution is the base of all of this. So my bottleneck is going to be light Nakoda fuel. Everything else is overproduced comparatively. So light Nakoda fuel is my bottleneck. Then I can just calculate for that. See, oil processing has prepared me for this. I know how to think about these numbers, because all of these are overproduced, so I don't need to think about them. As long as I'm producing enough of this, then we're gonna have okay numbers on this, and maybe I can even crack excess on those. So, if I need, what was it, 312 per second, then we just need double that. And I'll even go overkill. So it's 640 Nakoda solution per second. Use a clipboard, Truk. Who knows what that means? Anyways. Oh. Right, this is correct. And then here's the big one. I need a stupid amount of Nakoda emulsion. Did I misspell that? Yes. Okay, there's our numbers. So we produce 1,280 NAC emulsion per second. That gets returned into 640 NAC solution, which gets distilled into a 320 actually light NAC and way too much heavy NAC. I haven't even calculated it, but it's probably somewhere around 160, 180 liters per second. But yeah, this is our baseline here. This is what we need to produce right now. And I'm going to ignore all those other numbers and just place this on the wall there. Also, my models are so cooked right now. But now, let's do the math on that. So, acid Nakoda emulsion is going to be made in a blast furnace. I'm going to do a Vulcanus, because I think a Mega EBF is horrendously overkill, and probably not going to fit in the building. What on earth is Biesel 3.0? It's Nakoda fuel, which is basically diesel, but made of element 189 instead of actually real things. It works a lot the same. We produce Nakoda solution, which is just oil, and then we distill it into light and heavy fuel, which we mix together into essentially Biesel. If I'm simplifying it, it's the same light and heavy fuel into Biesel, and then mix it together. Again, this is our cetane boosted diesel, basically. It is a perfect mirror of what we were already doing, just Nakoda. You know, when you search for uses for Magmatite and EMI, you get a big-ass lag freeze. Did you know that if you use EMI, you get a big-ass lag freeze? Hope this helps. Okay. I got lost by that question. Here. What's our base speed? I'm going to be using both Naquadria and Enriched Nakoda because we produce a lot of both. And I think it would be smart to use both. Oh, interesting. You can just use this. Also, hold on. What about you? I've calculated this. This is a perfect loop. But what about you? 3 buckets, 2 buckets. Wait, you're literally losing. Okay, that's bad. Because the 3 buckets of fluorine turns into this, which is not that. It's not that much fluorine. It's a fractional amount of fluorine. It's not enough. Okay, maybe we won't do enriched NAC. Turn off the TFG anvil helper and I was actually able to figure out forging and didn't make me want to put my head through a wall. Let's go. Dude, forging without the anvil helper is so fun. Actually, one of my favorite mechanics in, like, any mod. And if you understand it, it is faster to not use the anvil helper. Like, if you see my speedrun, I can look at a pickaxe recipe, never seen it before, and go, okay, nice, you have a perfectly forged pickaxe. Like, it's actually very easy to figure out. Anyways. I think we're only going to use Naquadria in that case. It might still be good. I hate this so much. Because we have a lot of enriched NAC and Naquadria. Like, here's all of our enriched Nakoda sulfate. This could turn into, like, think almost 1 million. No, not quite 1 million. 800,000. That's, wait, there. Not quite 800,000, okay. 700,000. Okay, still no. Geez, there. So, we can make around 600,000 in Rich Knack right now. Then there's Naquadria, which I don't think we have as much. Yeah, not nearly as much, but we still have a lot of it. They get used in proportional amounts, so we have roughly an equal amount of Naquadah solution from both of these. Which is why I want to use both, because using both would literally double our production. Oh. No, not true. Naquadria is just way better. Got to put like color-coded clicking. They should have a mod that changes the colors of each button. Or not a mod, a texture pack, just for that, not the Anvil Helper thing. Though I think the red and green is very helpful for understanding it, because you have equivalents on either side. Oh wait, this is enough. 3 buckets turns into 4 buckets here. Or no, geez. 3 buckets turns into 2 buckets, which then does 2 recipes of this. That's 8 fluorospar. And then 8 fluorospar turns into just over 4 buckets of fluorine. Almost 5 buckets of fluorine, which is a positive feedback loop. Then I will use both. Okay. Jeez, we're sitting here doing nothing at this point. So, our base speed here, I need to calculate with the Vulcanus, because the Vulcanus is a flat speed boost. It should be 1 over 180 seconds times 2.2. So it's 0.012 per second. We're just gonna write that down real quick. Oh wait, that doesn't give you a good view. So, now I divide that, right? Because we want 1 to 80. Uh-oh. No, is that how I want to calculate it? I could also go the goose way, where math is scary, and so instead you go furiously overkill to the point where you know each step is at least 3 times more than it needs to be, and then you don't actually have to do precise math. I could do that route. I still need to get an idea of how much I need. 180 seconds is gonna mess me up. Oh, hold on. That's not correct. It's actually 0.122. Wait, that's so much. That's actually that's a crazy amount. I'm not really able to do that. My math has to be wrong here, because the number I just got is 2,630 IV Vulcanuses to match that. Oh, no, I'm still doing... Am I doing my numbers wrong? Now I'm getting double confused. Hold on, I can do way looser math. Like, what if we go for 2 buckets per second? I can do this without a calculator. That'll probably actually get me better results. I want 2 buckets per second here. Then it's 2 buckets every... Why can't I divide that? Every 45 seconds there. So then I need... That's still 45 volts. That's crazy. Oh, but no, if you go LUV, then it's reasonable. We'll do 4 quads. No, no. No. 3 quads? 4 quads. No, we'll do 4 quads. 2 for Nichnak, 2 for Nukwadria. That should be more than plenty. No, that is cutting it pretty close. But that's good enough. So, we finally have our number there. 40 minutes in, we have crafted our first machines. Oh boy. How many Nakwita reactors do I need? You got the parallels? Yeah, I calculated for LUV. Because with 8 parallels, it's really awkward to do a ZPM Vulcanus, because then it's 16 times the power, so the parallels get really weird. I actually don't know how that works. At LUV, it's very simple, though, because it only uses 4 parallels. And it basically works as a perfect overclock. Wow, it's actually surprisingly far along on these fusions. Okay. What's next here? I wanted to figure out reactors so that I can pre-craft them. So it was 2.3 million per reactor. So I'll calculate a billion divided by 3 million. Okay, missed a 0. Or did I? What? I feel very dumb whenever I do this kind of math. I shouldn't have done it on stream, doesn't help. Oh, that's where I went wrong. Okay. It's not 2.3 million, it's 16 times that. There. 28 NAC reactors. Good grief, that's a lot. Oh, there's something I'm not accounting for at all. Shit! Okay, oh, that's actually really nice, though. We might be able to do 2.7 billion EU with all the math I've done. Because we're still going ahead with everything I just said. I didn't account for the efficiency bonus. We get a 275% efficiency using cryothium. Yeah, I won't change anything. So we're still doing 28 reactors, but it's gonna be well over Well over 2.7 billion EU per tick. I'm really giving the other members a lot of wiggle room when it comes to power. Dude, I was so happy when, in Goose's recent video, he said my thorium reactors were hilariously overscaled. This is the biggest compliment I've ever received from Goose. Okay. That is a recipe. I will admit, this is certainly a crafting recipe. How much are we... Is there any resources here that I'm actually supposed to be concerned about? Osmium? That's quite a bit of osmium, but it's not something to, like, scream and cry about. Oh, unless... That's fine, yeah. Europium... Europium's a bit scary. Trinium is also slightly scary. If I wait too long in the menu, it does that. Okay, Europium looks fine. Trinium has looked... Trinium has seen better days. We've used a little bit of resources today, I will say. 7 gigawatts per second is crazy. That's not... Watts are joules per second, so you don't say watts per second. Also, because this is EU per tick, technically you multiply that by 20 if you want Greg Tech watts. So actually, let me get you your proper watts number here, with the other math I have written here. 56 billion gigawatts. Pretty good. Wait a minute. Didn't it say... Yeah, 60 billion kilowatt hours. I think we're well over that, aren't we? Like, calculate for kilowatt hours. Because you just multiply by that. 201 billion kilowatt hours? Yeah, we're a little bit over. 1 gigawatt powers 1 million US homes. 1 gigawatt hour or 1 gigawatt? The number is so large at this point that I have no reference for how much power this is. Also, what's the point of the gigawatt hour measurement? Is it just to, like, flatten out chaotic measurements? We're using an American yearly power output every second or so. Sounds about right. Well, not using, sorry, generating. That's what we're going to be generating. Currently, we only use around, like, 50 million EU per tick, which would be... what? A billion EU per second? A billion watts? For the million US homes? Okay. Well, hours is just for billing purpose, I see. Has anything crafted yet? No. Also, these are being made with flux... I didn't calculate for that. We get, like, crazy perfect overclocks. We get a comical amount of perfect over... No, we don't. Vulcanus doesn't have that. Wait, I'm scamming myself. I'm literally scamming myself. Use normal EBFs, not Vulks. I'll let it finish its recipes, but yeah, I just scammed myself. Because I calculated for 4 parallels, but with Electrum Flux Coils, I just get a perfect overclock in that same... No, but the 220 speed! Oh shit, I don't know, actually. How many perfect overclocks do I have? If I get 16 perfect overclocks, then I'm actually fine. Your Nichrome recipe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get, like, 3 perfect overclocks. Okay, then we'll just do quad electric blast furnaces with Electrum Flux. I don't know how much coil I'll need. Well, I'll probably do 8 EBFs in a block. And then 2 blocks. It's 42 times 2 minus 2 by 5, so 10. 74 per block. 148 coils. It's 2 stacks and 20. I literally can't do anything right now because the basic infrastructure of this area is waiting on that. I mean, actually, I can set up the A2 system. We need a subnet. You know, let's do blue for the Biesel. I think blue works in my mind. What would I want to put here? Probably like a monitor? Can't do anything you build. Actually, true. I will probably decorate this if I'm left with downtime. By the way, just so that we're absolutely clear, this is gonna take a lot of streams. I'm saying beginning Biesel 2.0 in the title. This is gonna be like maybe 4 streams. Are you autocraftable? Include storage monitor? Oh, it's literally right there. So I'll get you to do something later. Maybe lime green? Maybe. It's between blue or lime green in my mind. I'm just thinking this whole system is centered around the Noquadria bee, which is why it's still Biesel. It's centered around this, which is kind of blue-purple. Mostly purple, but there's a little bit of blue in there. Most of them are very purple because of the enchantment effect. But green would also make sense. The fuel itself is gray. I don't need that big of a controller, we'll just do this. I know this bothers people. I know there's no reason to do that many, whatever. So that'll be our mainnet access. And then I'm thinking... I'm gonna do this in a way that's probably kind of irresponsible, but it looks cooler. These are mainnet interfaces. These are subnet interfaces. This is gonna pull from mainnet. This is gonna... Wait, no, this is... Pull and push. I don't need all this. This is way too complicated. Hold on. 9 had a really elegant way of fitting this all together. Over here. We don't have any travel anchors out here. Oh, no, he didn't have it that elegant. It's kind of just this. Which also doesn't entirely do what I want it to. Because these are all extract interfaces. I need an insert interface, because there's going to be fluid output that goes into mainnet. Fluid output needs to go into mainnet. Item output needs to stay in the subnet, be exposed to mainnet. That's why this gets confusing. I think what I can do, actually... No, I don't need to there. Shit. You get so complicated, man. Because of that difference with fluids needing to go in, but items needing to stay and be exposed. Are you done already? Holy, what the hell? 6 more fusion reactors. Waiter, waiter! Wait, where are the 4? Where's the 4 I had? Oh. Oh, I scammed myself. I see. That makes a lot of sense that it was so cheap then. Make me 4 more. Okay. This is all very complicated. I need to pull items and fluids from mainnet. That means I need an interface from mainnet. That is regardless of whatever else I'm doing here. There we go. Those are mainnet interfaces we need to pull from there. So we'll have this. Just, yeah, make... No, not bidirectional, because it's going to do that. Okay. Extract only. That gives us access to whatever fluids we filter in here. Probably fluorine, mostly. This we'll need to insert. This will extract from mainnet. And then over here, these will be subnet interfaces, which is where mainnet interacts with the subnet. Okay. Don't do that. That'll kill us all. That'll also kill us all. There we go. I don't think I'm gonna need two over here. So do this. Now insert, wait. No, those are subnet interface. Shit. You need to extract off this interface. But then it doesn't need to be symmetrical. And no, it can't be, is a better way of wording that. I've complicated this a lot, just because of the way fluid storage works. When does stream end? 2 hours. What are we outputting from this? This could actually simplify things a lot. We're gonna have radioactive sludge, antimony trioxide. Oh, we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have a lot. There's a shit ton of mainnet interaction. And then all of those need to go out. And then I need to pull these types of things from storage. This sucks. How about this? That's gonna get very complicated very quickly. Oh, what the hell? Don't do that. This system's gonna be way cleaner. So how this will work is just with our flat interfaces. Like we've always done on every system. I'm trying to copy 9 too much here, but I don't think like 9, and it's confusing me really badly, if that hasn't been very apparent. So we'll have you seeing mainnet. You will have, well no, seeing subnet. We'll have you seeing, oh no, don't do that. I want to view it, please. You'll view mainnet. And then, do I need anything else? I don't think I do. For this, mainnet will not actually view you. No, you'll view mainnet, and then you'll also insert mainnet. That's our system, and then I'll add extras for more specific things. There, we got the basics done. There, that's the exact amount. Also need electrolyzers. How fast do I need to be? MV 2 seconds, I see. So we'll start there. What's the fastest we would possibly need it? Well, enriched Nakoda is the slow one. I think. No, Naquadria is, isn't it? Because we need a ton here. Quad Ivy will do. Like, times 10. Now I can middle click. Finally remembering that middle click is a thing. Oh, and this already gives us our first thing. So, mainnet is going to see sulfur in this system, because it will have a sulfur output. Generally, with these types of things, I want this this section drained as fast as possible, so I'll turn up the priority on that. And then we want mainnet to see these. And then your extract, so you're gonna see fluorine. Now we have a lot of fluorine, but we also have a lot of hydrofluoric acid. We don't, no. Untrue, literally lying. Yeah, to import fluorine, and then I guess we import hydrogen, because I'm gonna need to make hydrofluoric. And this makes things complicated now, because I also need, fluoroantimonic acid. Mainnet can craft fluoroantimonic acid, but it is a lot of steps, and it would be kind of irresponsible for me to get it from mainnet. Additionally, it's looped. If we go here, 4 buckets there, this makes fluorine. When it's electrolyzed, which still gets looped into hydrofluoric acid, it does the whole thing again. But it's simpler if I just pull from mainnet. I'm gonna do that. Technically, none of this is being made in mainnet either. It's being made here. In, whatever the hell this is. Hey, I told him to take these down. I'm gonna need a whole lot more than that. Batch size, that's the minimum, but the minimum is 256, so go. And that actually gives me a job here. We do not... Oh, wait. Yes, it's fine. Now it's both ways. This is why I wanted to add one last thing here. Fluids that go both ways. Oh, wait, no. This will just fully interact. I don't want that. I'm pretty sure this means that fluorine is visible both ways and will just get stored in mainnet cells, always. And that's good. No, that'll be fine. A level maintainer for Flora and Timonic. Then do I want to input hydrofluoric for this recipe, or do I want to craft it on site? I'll craft it on site. That makes things simpler. So we'll get an LCR for that. Import hydrogen and chlorine. Good. For electrolyzers for that end, I think I'm importing everything I need for this first step, and we should get electrum flux coils soon. 34. Okay, you're slow. What are you stuck on? Mega EBF. Is the Mega EBF okay right now? I'm actually not entirely sure. Because these are some of the biggest crafting orders in a while. It doesn't look very okay. Oh, it's throttled. Oh, we ran low on power, and we're only receiving 8 mil. You're looking good. You're producing. Why are you not receiving power, then? No, we are. Good grief, yeah, we're receiving power. I don't know why it said it wasn't. Liquid helium. Oh, we don't passive that? Well, let's get these electrolyzers running. Because we can't really do much else. I can set up where the blast furnaces are gonna go. I think for the sake of covering this up, electrolyzers are going here. Let's keep this symmetrical. Or wait, no, this is a quad that way. Blast furnaces aren't tilted the same way. So it doesn't need to be the same. In late UV? No, I'd say we're more mid. Mid UV. Though I did make a Mega Apiary. And, we also have UHV circuits. Mastiox made those yesterday. I need more than that, please. Thank you. Very expensive machine, guys. Not sure if we can make those. To be honest, this kind of looks like I'm asking for a Mega EBF, and I might do that eventually. So I'll mark out the space for a Mega EBF here. Or two, actually. Ah, wait. Would I need to do two? I think for this whole system, I could easily get away with just one. No, but it would end up splitting the Noquadria. I think, honestly, I'd want to do two Mega EBFs. Because this is going to be our power generation for the rest of the game. I need to make it, like, super expandable. Okay, hold on. Wait, no, wait, never mind. Oh, that's annoying. It'll be fine. We can have a Mega EBF poking out. The reason I'm not doing a Mega EBF now, by the way, is just because the coils are expensive. I could do like an HSSS Mega EBF, but it's kind of suboptimal. Is it? Wait. Also, I didn't realize that this is an EV recipe that changes things a lot. That means they both produce the same amount. Because here's the thing, if I do a HSSS Mega EBF, both of these are going to be over 1800 over. In fact, just normal Nakoda coils would get me a double perfect overclock. And then I just have to give them, like, ZPM power, both of them? Or UV power? And that makes it super scalable. Oh, we have enough. Well, that made my decision for me. Get out of here. Oh, and we have two. Okay. Well, I'll share them while I'm at it. What glass do I want to use? Probably ZPM glass? It's a bit expensive. Boron. That's just not true. You're simply lying. We have like 1 billion borax. I said that as a joke, but I think we actually have around 1 billion borax. Why'd I only multiply it that much? Doing first time reach EV in GTNH. If this is your first time, you shouldn't be playing GTNH. I wouldn't really recommend GTNH at all, but if you are gonna commit to GTNH, EV tips. I don't want to recommend bee breeding. That's what kept me playing, but bee breeding sucks. I don't want to recommend blood magic meteors because those suck. There's really no other good way to produce resources. I really just have bad news for you on that tier. Either work your ass off breeding bees for like 10 hours, or work your ass off doing blood magic for 10 hours. $10 hours minimum, I should say, if you know exactly what you're doing. Was inspired with your StarTech vids. I hope you're playing Star Technology then, not GTNH. I don't see what you would want from GTNH that StarTech or TFG or Nomi Factory doesn't have. I guess magic mods, but then go play a magic mod pack. You kind of stinks and need a lot of infra, yeah. You're gonna have to be just setting up a shit ton of AE2 infrastructure, overscaling your clean rooms so that you can... No, not clean. You need like a quad P2P assembler, I think. Be a good way to get all the stuff for dual interfaces and all that. You're gonna need to set up a plat line. Oh boy, AE2 slot, my beloved. It's just like spam out AE2 and then deal with some way to force your way through resource production. I think it's mostly getting stuck on the Mega EBF, though the forming press recently hasn't been working. Are they just not multiplied properly? It's crafting that, but it doesn't have any. That's weird. It's completely stuck on that. No, I don't need that. European ingots is what I wanted. Yeah, this thing's like... No, this thing's voiding recipes occasionally. This is the second time this has happened, where there's just renamed items that never go through. Oh, but then it finished. What? No, it didn't. Oh. What is wrong with you? Also, the damn numbering is so annoying. They have to do it for any of these components because there's multiple slots it can go in. Oh, wait, shit. Is recipe in two places? That wouldn't void it. In fact, this got stuck on the same thing. Missing well over 1,000 europium. And this is stuck on HSS, which isn't getting smelted at all. Oh, no, the thing's just throttled. Because you're only getting 8 million EU in. What is happening? Whenever I look away from the LSC, it stops getting power. And then look, boom, it's up. Like, I'm just getting scammed. I'm getting trolled. Go back here. You in... What? Fine, that's great. I'm glad it's pulling from a fake LSC that doesn't actually exist. Okay, that will unbottleneck it. I don't know where they went, but it just got voided. I'll continue working on those mega EBFs. Aren't any of their CPUs named? Because they don't need to be. Big Honker is a special one. Oh, you're not gonna tell me? Actually, I don't even need to mark this out. I know it's spaced right now. I think that's the correct glass. No. There. That'll use the correct resources. And sorry, Glistu, you'll have to figure out how to decorate it. Glistu told me that I'm not allowed to mess with this building apart from the interior. Like, I'm not allowed to mess with the exterior of this building because he wants to decorate it. I don't know why this is too thick. Are you invisible? I'm not invisible. What are you doing? Oh, they fully passived it. That makes sense. So, Amaricium's just doing this. Can't see the item you're holding? Oh, that's because the model is dislocated. Look, it's behind me. I don't know why this happens, but every, like, 5 GTNH sessions, every 3D model gets dislocated. Same reason why, armor is up there. It's even in the inventory. And I think if I go, yep. Oh, this is fun. Look down there. Oh, here's another fun one. Hold on. Oh, you're Steve? What? I mean, it's kind of weird, but normally that one's really wibbly-wobbly. Robes of the Stratosphere got too literal. It's almost on beat. Did you know that the electrolyzer needs a muffler hatch? Thank you, GTNH. Dude. Oh, I should be setting up laser info. What am I doing? I'm throwing. Where's our lasers right now? We have one LSC here. This is sad. I can't take power using this LSC because it's not connected to the battery. Uh-oh. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Why is it... Oh, I see. Okay, I messed up. The holes we dig are 1-block centers, and the roads are 2-block centers, so if it's not off-centered, I did something wrong. As much as it pains me, I have to make this off-centered now. By the way, the position on this LSC has made things exceptionally annoying. I could move it. Because it was put here originally because it went all the way to the wall here, and they needed a bunch of space. But now it doesn't. Oh wait, we actually send a laser down here. This is useless. Dude, that's... okay, good. And this is the personal dimension? Yeah. So to have no dirt? Yeah, we can do whatever we want, but we wanted a super flat so there's actually something to build on. And we made it go this deep so that there's stuff below the ground for cable routing. And I chose stone so that it's less confusing, otherwise we'd have like 40 blocks straight of dirt. Let me just generate a void dimension, because it would look ugly. Or the work required to make it look good is too much. We'd have to build an entire-ass space station before anyone would start building. Oh, like, anyone could start doing machines. Like, me and Glistu would work our ass off for the first week before Goose can even log on. And even then, you have to build another space station every time someone wants to place a machine. So, the end result of this probably won't look as good as a space station. I do like the idea, but, I mean, it lets people actually build. We can do this. Temporary platform. And we can have all these machines like this, and it's fine, because we're going to decorate it later. Just Superflat gives us a base. Makes it work when there's a team of builders and non-builders. Okay, I'm trying to think where I want to bring the lasers up to the top floor. I want to do it here. But front would make more sense. Honestly, could just send it up here. Oh. 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 no. Oh. Okay, can you place a grass layer with void underneath? Again, it wouldn't look good, it wouldn't make sense. Any holes in the ground go all the way to the void. And, partially it's from a content perspective as well. When I want to make videos here, I don't want a one layer of grass and then nothing. It makes more sense for viewers who aren't exactly thinking about where we're building, that it's just, oh, dirt and then stone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, ideally, it's a 1-block layer of grass, or maybe a 2-block layer. But it makes basically no difference at all. I don't floor markings, I think I want wall markings. Do you not have arrow up and down? What the hell? Why wouldn't you have arrow up and down, but you have arrow left and right? Can you place the arrows differently? I don't think you can. They go left, that's all they can do. Arrow on a frame and rotate it. Could also do this. Oh, no, model offset. Won't show up. That's annoying. Arrow on an item frame, model still offset. An actual arrow. Wait a minute. We're gonna be producing 2.7 billion EU per tick. We don't have laser hatches that can handle that. Here. Yeah, we straight up can't. We need 5 of these. Well then. Oh, it's integer limit. Hi. This isn't even enough. I'm gonna have to do UV 16k amp. Well then. Okay, so I can't have arrows. That's so annoying. Why would they do that? Okay. The reason I wanted an arrow is because I'm gonna have in and out. Wait. I want an in and out marking, but it's kind of vague what that even means. Because you could mean building power in, or you could mean mainnet power in. In other words, in would be inputting into the network, or in could be how the building gets power. And so I wanted to get that arrow to clarify, like, in is just the building power in, and out is building power out. But I can't do that. Because there's no up arrow. Left and right, but no up. I put LSC under out, but no, out is going to be going to the LSC. Power out goes through here, straight down here, and into the LSC. So it's already going to an LSC. Oh, put the letters LSC. Oh, I see. The thing is, then, it feels... In my mind, it feels like I need something there. So, I like the other guy's idea, which is a sign. Just put... There. I'm just gonna clarify like that. Could color the cable. I am gonna color the cable. I just absolutely want to make sure, because there are 9 people actively playing in this base, constantly expanding the network. I do not want them to misplace the cable. It can very easily explode. So that's why I'm being very careful here. So yeah, I'm gonna color it, and label it, and put a sign for info. And I'm gonna space the LSCs at different heights. Or not LSCs, active transformers. Did I just make 4 controllers? I did just make 4 controllers. Nice. You're not supposed to do that. Speaking of superconducting coil, I should probably use the better superconducting coil recipe. Which would be either this one or this one. This one needs UV superconductor, which is a bit messy. Just because we have a supercon press, I'll do this. Okay, nice. No, there's no futures. Well, no futuristic signs. I could use a computer screen, but that takes setup. A lot of work for no reason. I don't know why there's no more modern or futuristic signs. That's just how it is. That is... Oh yeah, it's power out. That's fine. Also, in case anyone's confused why I need two lasers here, these are not coming from a battery, they're just coming from the generators directly, so I don't want to connect machines to these, because they're only getting power from here directly, and if these are ever not running, which some systems actually might want to shut on and off to conserve fuel, if these are ever not running, then the machine would stop running. So we always want to pull from the battery so that we get consistent high amp power, and so the battery is on green cable here. Not even a metal sign? Nope. What are you doing? You know, I never actually made the, the thing for that. Whoa, what? I guess we're doing wetwares now, okay. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's using the really shit recipe. That's not good. There's a lot of crazy contraptions people were making now. It's all GTH progression. You got it the wrong way around. We merged because those things were no longer happening. It's not that, those things are no longer happening because of the merge. It's only GTNH progression now because that's just what it is. There's no other quest tab except for these. It is just Greg Check. Blame the pack. Please though, actually, this pack is really annoying at times. Why are we running this recipe? This is bad. This is a bad recipe. $60 seconds per circuit. I'm gonna die. Merge seems better now because they're conversing. Yeah, none of us actually had anything to do before the merge. I spent most of IV catching up, so I managed to actually have a pretty active tier, but everyone else didn't because they were caught up. And so they had everything. There's no point in doing anything in IV. So I used that tier to actually pull ahead, and I became one of the most powerful teams on the server. Everyone else sort of just waited for the tier to end after a good hour of playing on day 1. And then Mastiox kind of just slow burned the ducklings, but it's just like, at that point, it's not interesting enough for anyone to play more than like 10 hours a week, and so that wouldn't have any overlap time. Because at that point, the parts that make Product Singularity aren't there, so it's just GT and H, but nobody wants to play GT and H, so stop playing. We'll see if we can get the Mega EBFs running this stream. We might not, but... Also, hold on, is there any reason in the universe that the scanner needs to take this long? This just wastes your time. Because slow recipes in a mod like GTNH are usually meant to tell you to go make more of that thing. But you only ever do this once. There is no reason to ever do it again. This is already a ZPM machine, so it's the second fastest we can possibly get it. So why the hell does this exist? 150 seconds. That is just time wasting. Slow equals harder. Thank you, GTNH. I've complained before about the tungsten recipe. How it smelts for unnecessarily long, but you can work around that. It's a bit of an infrastructure check. But at least it has some kind of solution. This doesn't. It just wastes 150 seconds the one and only time you do it. Okay. Oh, then I need to make those laser hatches. And somehow this won't actually need any new infra? Weird. Though I will need a better press, which are already connected to lasers. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make a bunch of UV laser source and target hatches for our new scaled power generation, 8.5 billion. Is that overkill? I don't know. Don't know if I should be doing this, because it's like, I don't need that much, right? I mean, I'm gonna need this, regardless. The problem I'm having here is that I'm gonna need to get UV power to the press, which means getting it through all of these other active transformers. And I guess I don't have to because of the way lasers work. Wait, no. Oh, yeah, it gets so expensive. Also, this indicates to me that we've never made these kinds of UV components. Why did it only bookmark one? Can you please do that again? Indium phosphate? What? What do you need that for? Oh no. No way. No, you're being made... Oh, we are straight up out of indium phosphate. What the hell? Why'd you stop? Can't craft, really. What is it? Not quite rich. Mastox messed with the system. I specifically set the recipes to not involve any of that. Yeah, you don't belong there. Why is that? So we just completely stopped our production because one recipe was in there. That's fun. There we go. We automatically distill this stuff. There was no reason to do that. The real problem is that these things were shut down due to incomplete structure for 73 hours. Well, there you go. Anyways, it's made as a byproduct, so actually this is the step I care about. We now have a new source of indium. Mastiox just set it up here. I just need to make sure it actually works before I summon in some Sphalerite. These are crops for chlorine and LV. At LV, you're not going to be doing anything. If you want to automate stuff in LV, go play a different pack. And that's really my advice in general. But wait for... Actually, Salt B might work, but I think you kind of have to wait for MVs for Salt B. How does mainnet interact here? Mastiox's subnets are always so decentralized. Like, here's the ME controller, so does mainnet interact here? No. So where does mainnet interact? Who knows? We'll have to go on a treasure hunt here. Mainnet has to interact because all the resources are stored right here. Or does it? No, it has to import these. Mastiox! Label your shit. Why is there a LUV fluid heater? What? Why would you make an LUV fluid heater? Does he also not know there's a multi-block for it? That's a waste of power. LUV single block fluid heater. Hello? Can I... Where does mainnet interact? Is it over there somehow? No. It's next to a mainnet cable, but it does not interact. It has to, though. Is it not? Does he manually input? Because that's really dumb if he does. We need to somehow automatically get crushed sphalerite in here. Though actually I think you could do straight sphalerite ore. Yeah, best would be raw ore. Can you see it in the mainnet? And let's see. No, I can't see the crushed sphalerite in mainnet. But how would you get crushed sphalerite in here? That's my question. You have to get it here automatically. Mastiox was playing for like 5 hours this morning, so I'm not going to ask him to hop on to explain this. But I would also like to know what on earth is happening. Like, am I just supposed to get these crushed ores in storage? Because that's not happening. Oh, what? Wait, what mode was that on? I assume it was insert, yeah. Okay. There. And then I kind of want to do Galena. Is there Galena? No, I don't think there's Galena Froth. There's Chalcopyrite Froth, right? Okay, what's the best meteor we can get for this? We can get a really good one now. Like this one. Ooh. Fancy. 2.4K. I mean, it's not much better than this, and this one I think gives Chalcopyrite as well. No, it doesn't. It's this one. Yeah, here, 1000. It's not as good, though. It would really be better to do this. Also, Galena really should be processed all the way down. Because right now 9 doesn't. 9 washes it all. Here, Galena goes through here. Guess it would still be nice to continue doing that, so... we'll just crush it then. Oh, auto crushes. Huh. Does he now? I'm just assuming he still washes it because there's so much in storage. I'm just gonna summon a meteor with this, see what happens. I need indium. Oh, hi. He didn't pick it up yet, okay. Oh yeah, I'd like you guys to be introduced to this shit. This is the auto-crafting meteor miner. So this makes 2000 mica with an LV sensor, which basically just means it'll send an LV sensor in, it'll auto-summon and mine the meteorite, and then send it to Orproc, and get approximately 2000 mica. So now if I just pick this up here, model won't render. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Eyes? Where'd it go? There was an invisible item here that I picked up. It's gone now. That's great. It would have been this thing. This thing picked it up. Why? Why is there a magnet here? Here, okay, what on earth? Cool. Oh, I know what that is. This blocks my magnet. So it just flew off somewhere. Oh, it's just dislocated. Finally set up auto meteor mining? I didn't. There's indium. So yeah, this is going into mainnet now. That's a problem. Where are you going? What's happening? I don't get it. Stop it. Okay, so it auto-crushed it all. Interesting. Why did it do that? I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, because now we just mill it all the same. Hasn't really changed anything. But now the question is, does he have something that actually pulls this into the system here? No, no valid recipe found. Well, that tells me all I need to know. It is actually an entirely manual input. Why? I think this literally fixes it, though. Boom. Nice fix. Okay, that gets us milled sphalerite. And then that should get flotation celled? Oh. What do you mean they're all incomplete? Watch this, it's gonna be incomplete because its output is full. Which has happened before, fun fact. No, not in this case. What on earth is this routing? It is working, though. There. So there's some indium. That was very slow. Hey, can I please do this now? Thank you. And we're out. Why did Mastiox mess this up so bad? Oh, the level maintainer cleared. Okay, no, it didn't. Go crazy. I don't think it has a spot to put that. Oh, it does. What? No, it's phosphate. This is sulfate. No, here it is. Huh. Why is that even a cell? I'm not complaining, because now I do need that, but that shouldn't be there. Like a full video of it. Yes, I said I'm... Why would I be playing right now? If I wasn't making a video on it, I'd just stop playing Project Singularity. It's a content creator server, not a random-ass server that occasionally gets streamed by two guys. Singularity fullest movie, 50-hour video. No, the full video, I have, like, most of it scripted at this point. Probably gonna be around 3 to 4 hours. Because the thing about GTNH is, sure, it's very long, but very little actually interesting happens. And so almost an entire 20 minutes of that is pre-Steam. There's very little actually interesting things to talk about. Scripted S&P, that's just not what I said. I said I scripted the video for up until ZPM, but whatever. But yeah, it's just not a very interesting mod pack, if you take into account how long it takes. If the interesting things were spaced in a normal amount of time, it'd actually be a very good mod pack, but they just make you wait for shit so much. And just repetitious pattern slop and crafting and shit, like... The second summary video, which goes from the start of MV to Merge Day, it mentions AE2 once, and then that's it, because it's never interesting again. And so from there, like, every other processing line gets less interesting, so there's less to talk about, because it's literally just, oh, I storage bust it. Like, who the fuck cares? I explain AE2 fully, in depth, and then I'm like, yeah, this makes everything ridiculously simple. It's just a very, very, very grindy and repetitious pack. Oh, it's an autoclave recipe, okay. There's enough mods in the pack, you can try to build crazy contraptions for everything. Not for any good reason. Like, I mean, there's an idea I had to try to use Aviridium matter clusters with dynamism tablets to try to condense items the same way we do fluids, but that's just a bad idea. That's, strictly speaking, it's a bad idea. I thought it was vaguely interesting, but it would get ditched the moment I finished it. Like, there's no point. So, I mean, yeah, you can, but there's no point and no reward ever. You have to play exactly as intended over the course of well over 1,000 hours, even if you're really skilled. To see, oh, cool multi-blocks. This is why I don't recommend the pack. In other words, I'm playing it so that you don't have to. If you think it's interesting, I'm filtering out the interesting parts in the videos. They're not very interesting to play. There. Meteor mining ritual and auto miner, that's the cool contraptions I'm talking about. Yeah, but it's also useless. Doesn't do it's not actually useful at all. Auto meteor mining, sure. Auto crafted meteors, no, not useful. He did it for mica, but then the next day I set up a mica bee and it's completely worthless. A lot of very complicated stuff for no point. The other thing is that those are going obsolete by the end of this tier. So even if there were no bees, that would still be useless. Like, by the end of this tier, even that kind of stuff is completely gone. It is just GTNH. No longer just GregTech, GTNH, because you end the GregTech portion of it. The normal GregTech, and then it's all the added stuff. Dude, this takes so long. I said we get Mega EBFs, but I'm literally just waiting. This is exactly what I mean. For Singularity, you're going to focus Star Technology, you're going to start something else. Star Technology is a back burner playthrough. I'm on like 25 hours on the whole thing. If I focused on Star Technology, it'd be done next week. So 25 hours of in-game playtime and 15 hours of editing. That I haven't really done anything for that series. Asking someone like me what I'm gonna do next is a very useless thing to do, because I don't fucking know. I play games. I play on Product Singularity because the people are fun to play with. There's no one on right now, so I'm actually quite bored. And then also because I think the final video is going to be very good. Because I think there are things in GTNH that only GTNH has that are interesting, that are also not worth playing for, but I will play for them so that I can make a good video out of them and then nobody else has to do it. So I can do all that and then make a really good video, and then I'm very happy while editing. And then after that, I don't know, probably Silksong speedrunning. Like, how I usually answer that kind of question is, if I were to end Product Singularity right now, server just over, somehow we get Stargate, yippee, I'd become a Silksong channel. That's what I'd do, if it was right now. But that likely will change, I don't know. But like, I'm one of the best Silksong players in the world, and I absolutely love the game, so I'd want to do more of it, so I'm gonna make Silksong videos. Oh, you're full? How the hell did that happen? There's no blocking mode, that's how. I have to empty this out now. Let's call a skill issue. Hazel, have you played Hollow Knight, the original game? Have you played through the original Hollow Knight? Because I have a story that I tell to every single player who says they're bad at either Hollow Knight or Silksong. I finished it? Okay. How long did you spend on Hornet 1? The first Hornet fight. Not much. Okay, well, I spent probably around 20 to 30 hours, several hundred attempts in my first playthrough. I think I had 10 hours on my save file by the time I picked up Dash. And actually when I got 112%, I had 120 hours. I don't know how many hours you got. I think it was 70 hours for Radiance for me. So, yeah. I was probably the bottom, like, 0.5% of Hollow Knight players. I am now 10th place on the Silksong Any% leaderboard, the most competitive leaderboard in either game right now. Well, no, Hollow Knight's still more optimized, but it's not actively competed in, so whatever. It's the most actively competed in leaderboard. So it doesn't matter if you're playing badly or something. You will get better. What matters way more is that you're having fun. I died. Let me just make sure you've seen this boss. Yeah. I died to Widow 11 times, and I was very sad when I won, because I only died to her 11 times. I wanted to fight her more. And I didn't really have much of that in Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight never had that same feeling in a boss fight. But generally, just reattempting boss fights is really fun for me. And if it is for you too, just keep playing. It doesn't matter if you're going slow, if you're bad. It's a good fucking game. Bosses are made difficult so that you can attempt them more. That's what you have to remember. So just enjoy each attempt. At the end of an Act 1 with no muscle memory. Well, there's two ends of Act 1 you could be talking about, so I'm not sure which one you mean. Rather restart and get good again? Honestly, go for it. Good fucking game. I restart fairly often. But yeah, I don't think you need to play constantly to keep up muscle memory to get good at the game. But it definitely helps a lot if you're playing semi-regularly, so if you have free time and enjoy it enough, I would recommend just restarting and going through it maybe, like, 3 or 4 hours a week minimum. That's probably the best time you'll have. Also, this needs circuit. That's why it wasn't working earlier. To deal with the drill bugs. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Did you know that the any% speedrun without using, like, regardless of skips, does not see those bugs once in the entire game? I will not tell you more than that, but I'm just saying, you really don't have to go there. Also, the other thing for that area, it's very easy to run past. There's only 2 drill bugs. They're called Driznits. There's only 2 Driznits on the entire run back. And both of them you can just run past. If you don't slow down, you just run past them. It is easier than it sounds. It's very easy to just do a little jump dash while holding sprint, and then you get right past them. Well, watch this looks on content. It wasn't much of a spoiler. Basically, every single thing in the game can be skipped, bypassed, or delayed until you're way too powerful for it to even matter. So that logic applies to anything. I'm not really spoiling much. Can I get a laser source hatch? We're just sitting here doing nothing because it's all waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. What do you mean? What are you doing? There we go. Explore what seems to be all of Act 1. Don't know the other way to finish it. Okay, if you want an answer, or a hint, I'll give a very vague hint. I can give a vague hint. Because I think there's just one thing I could say that'll set you on the right track to find it. Sure, a vague hint. What kind of vague do I want to go here? I want to make sure it's vague enough, because I know you're pretty serious about spoilers, like I was. I also have nothing better to do, so I might as well just think about it. Is it jail? In a way, you could see it that way. I'm trying to think of a vague enough hint. Greymore? I mean, I don't think that's an entirely accurate hint, though. Try to exit through jail. Okay, you actually have seen that segment. Very peak segment, by the way. No, you cannot exit backwards through there. I'll just give the area name. It's in Sinner's Road. There, I didn't want to just say the area name, but I couldn't come up with anything more vague that actually makes any remote amount of sense. But yeah, it is a chain of events, not events, but a chain of things that will probably, for you, start in Sinner's Road. Look around. It's not exactly very visible. Your map won't show it. Anyways, I'm not going to say more than that, because that second one might be too much. I know how I treated spoilers at the start of the game. That second one might have been too much for me. I was very serious. I hate ant sections. It's not ants there. Can I get a singular laser source hatch? Oh no, it's stuck on the laser target hatch. Why? Gravistars. Crafting patterns on the wrong spot. Lemon trim, that one might be a little bit on the nose, I'm sorry. Here's a useless hint. It takes the speedrun 36 seconds to go from the start of Sinner's Road to this area that, or to the start of the chain of events, slash areas, slash things that you want to reach. There. That's speedrun time, though, and there's also a skip involved. That's so useful. You're welcome. 36 seconds, just remember. Actually, ComSob there is 35 seconds, but my personal best is 36. That's even more helpful, isn't it? Oh, but there's also a rejected ComSob that's 33 seconds, I think, but it uses a version of a skip that is, like, completely cooked. No one's doing that. I don't know if Litterbox knows what skip I'm talking about. What's your favorite mod pack? Terraformer Greg. First mod pack, straight up, don't remember. I started playing mod packs around the same time I started playing Minecraft, so I just don't know. But I never got very far in any mod packs. I'd like pick one up, get bored, and forget about it. Come back a year later with a different mod pack, pick it up, get bored. First one I really got far in was SevTech. I got to Age 4 and then realized it's the most boring shit ever. And then first mod pack I completed was E2E. Oh, 10? Okay, that was miscalculated slightly. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get anything done because of lasers. I like this. Thank you so much, game. Because I can't set up LSA... Oh, no, active transformers here. Because they all need lasers. And the laser has to be extremely powerful. Because we have the best ZPM lasers. They have to be UV lasers. And then I have to make the best UV lasers. Because this isn't enough. 2.1 million isn't enough. Like, this is the type of thing you just leave overnight. Because that's the way this pack is, and it annoys me so much. You end up seeing comments in the last video. I read a few of them and then stopped. I don't like reading comments anymore because it's, like, mostly annoying YouTube Shorts commenters and a lot of people who don't know what they're talking about. And it's kind of my fault because I catered the first 2 episodes to create players, and so now there's a bunch of people who haven't seen Greg Tech that are trying to give advice for Greg Tech. It's like, it's just the most useless shit ever. And then when I read it, it gets me a little bit annoyed and kind of angry, and then I realize, oh, no, you're being dumb, and then I close it. I gave you advice? Okay, I didn't read it, because I stopped after, like, 15 comments. Because there's just people who'd say the most obviously stupid shit ever, and it would get me annoyed, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna rage bait myself. Like, an example is someone making fun of me for not using the building gadget on the water wheels, even though I had an explicit segment where I showed exactly what happens with the building gadget placing water wheels, how it breaks, and why I won't be doing it, and they're still making fun of me for not doing it. Like, dude. Dude, give me one laser hatch, I'm gonna die. I'm actually gonna die of old age before this finishes. It's just circuits, because, oh yeah, what if we made our circuit assembler recipe 160 seconds long? Oh boy, this is a smart idea. I'm glad we're designing a game. Have I done anything in the last hour? Let me go back. Exactly an hour back in the stream. I am waiting for an auto-crafting recipe. Well, that's cool. What's the point? More comments, the more engagement the video has. I know, but also it annoys me, and I would like quality comments, please. I'd like some commenters that know what the fuck they're saying and can string together a sentence. But yeah, I don't read them anymore, so it doesn't matter. Can waterlog leaves for aqueous accumulators. So I don't understand why people are giving that advice, because I know. I've messed around with it. It clearly works on waterlogged blocks, but I don't care. The effort to get leaves is far more than the effort to place some cobblestone. Like, why would I use that? That's not useful. It doesn't make things more compact, because the machines themselves can hold in the water. I do that several times in the video. So it's not a matter of being compact. It's not a matter of being time efficient. So what is it? What is this advice they're giving me? Why? Yeah, it's done! There's one hatch! I need to wait for a second, by the way. I don't know what this was set to before. We'll do 32 amps. That's plenty. Laser target. Laser source. What? It's not the color I painted you. Whatever, man. I already find a secret area. You should keep looking around. Anyways, surely, Dave. I suck this so I can't. Oh, you found Dave. Okay. No, Dave regularly kills true ending runners, true ending speedrunners. You could probably make like a half-hour compilation of Blue SR, former true ending world record holder, just dying to Dave there. That guy's kind of just a troll. Though, that kind of gives you a hint that there is a reason to kill him. Okay. Not a great reason, but there is a speedrun reason too. Okay, so here's the deal. I need a laser going in and up and powering all the machines, and I also need a laser going out and into the LSC. So this means I need laser source here, laser target on the LSC there, and then I need another laser source and target. I'm not going to use UV on these, because it takes too long. Oh, but long term. Long term, it's better. I can upgrade it in the future. I don't care. It's easy to upgrade. What I need, though, what is required from me... Laser source and... No, laser source, target. Then second laser source, second laser target. Third laser source, third target. Fourth source, fourth target. Okay, so I've made exactly enough, no more. Oh. Wait, what? Huh. I might know why that was. I might know what caused that. Oh. 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 Oh, no. Well, that's fine. You're receiving power in, right? No, you're not. Why aren't you? Can you... do thing? No, you cannot. Okay. That's good. That's vac nukes. Why are only the vac nukes on? Don't do this again. What was the problem last time? So weird not having dash. Learn neutral pogos. Easy. Surely. Actually, one of my friends did learn how to neutral pogo in his first playthrough just from watching me, which was very funny. In case you're wondering, Hazel, a neutral pogo is done by using your diagonal pogo and then letting go of the directional key as you land on the ground, which cancels the stun animation that happens when you normally try to spam pogos like that. And then you just repress the key a frame later. So you just let go for a frame as you hit the ground, and then repress again. And then you repeat that on every jump at the perfect height, just high enough that your pogo doesn't make a sound on the ground, but no higher. So it needs to be a perfect pogo, but no hit on the ground. No extra height than that, though. And then, speed. Big speed. It's like 40% faster than walking. So, yeah, just do that. A controller! Oh. Oh, no. Got a controller player. Oh, no. Unlucky. Learned how to wave dash on controller. Wave dashing on controller is really easy. I can do that, and I have like 20 hours on controller. Now try neutraling on controller. The best controller player I know in the entire world switches to keyboard just for neutrals, and then switches back later in the run. Also, speaking of which, shout out Popless Rebel, actually favorite speedrunner. If only he would switch to keyboard. Time to use keyboard. Rebind your buttons, by the way. Hold on. Do I have my keybinds just on standby? No, I'll type them. I'll type them here in game. So we got jump equals space. We got wait, can I not like shift my cursed keybinds? You do know my cursed keybinds? Then use them. They're good. Jump, space, WASD for movement. And then you have shift dash. Then you have, the rest are really optional in my opinion. Oh, left click attack is a good one. Right click tool. These are the ones I hold to. I believe these are good. The rest of them, they can change. Falling unsigned buttons. That's not something I hold to. I think it's pretty good. I do like clawline on button 4, but I don't suggest that to players necessarily. Use your mouse for any of the gameplay in Silksong ever. Yeah, left click attack, right click tool. Just told you. Jump on the side buttons. Fascinating. How do you wave dash on keyboard then? Also, this thing will not route power. Q to heal. Yeah, I use Q to heal. I actually rebound Q in Terraria to heal. And then when I played Hollow Knight for the first time, I made that same rebind to Q to make it less confusing. Because I was used to Terraria at the time, so I just copied all my Terraria buttons. It was bind, harpoon, and needle in. I do R for needle in, but F could also be a pretty reasonable button for me. For heal, Q is the only one that makes sense. I just said it. I really could not think of anything else I'd use for heal. Like, maybe C. And then harpoon I have as mouse button 4, but I could also see control being a button if you're good with using your pinky, which I am. I'm a piano player, but if you're not, then... But yeah, I need to see what this is doing. Are you doing anything? Machine is inactive. 0 energy. Okay, so you're trolling me. That is a hologram projector. Wrong one. Nope, nothing. Why? You have power. You have power. You have... No, you don't. Not really, at least. Is it filling a buffer? This thing has a buffer, but it's draining. Huh. I'm not gonna try to neutral. Wait, were you actually? Let me boot up Silksong. It'll be brief. But I just want to show all the GT players in the stream what the hell I'm talking about with neutrals and why it's kind of hard to do. And then we'll go back to figuring out why my laser hatch will not work under any circumstances. Oh shit, I'm overtime. Actually, we might have to end stream right now. I take that back. I don't think we're gonna figure out the lasers. We'll just go here. Actually, no, here, there. No spoilers, Hazel. Don't worry. But these are neutrals. In bottom right, you can see my input overlay, so you can see what buttons I'm pressing and the buttons I'm letting go of. So that's the repress I'm doing on every single pogo I have to let go. Also, the layered music is really confusing. Oh, now I missed it. That's so sad. How do you wall jump? It's just normal jump buttons. Oh, I'm being dumb. This is some shit-ass movement. I've actually lost 3 seconds in this room, believe it or not. That's one of the worst I've done in a while. Fun little skip here. I don't think Hazel can do this. That jump is actually deceptively hard. 0.2 second leniency. I'm gonna beat the tutorial now for fun, just to prove a point. I wasn't looking down. It's just a mini skip that saves 0.8 seconds. With a precise ledge jump. Okay, that wasn't bad. That was a pretty good fight. Worst player ever. What are you saying that to? I just tied world record. I just tied world record and you're like, worst player ever. What are we saying? Oh, I meant me, okay. Just trying to see if I could neutral and seems like can't. It is the hardest movement tech in the run. Or hardest regular movement tech. There are some mini things that are used like once or twice that end up being harder, but yeah, hardest regular movement tech in the run. Watch this tech skip. Holy! It's literally just button mashing, by the way. Anyways, we'll do this room because it's all neutrals. Oh, too high? $309 for a Silk Song intro. Oh yeah, the timer is still there. Holy! Wait. I'm actually flying, what the hell? Surely Hazel does this, right? Oh no. Can 100% do that? That's what everyone says. It's actually way harder than it looks. It's not hard, it's definitely on the easy end for skips, but it is harder than it looks. It took me a couple hours to learn it. One last skip. I said I'd only do the tutorial, by the way. Didn't see it again. Damn. I hate those nasty throwing bugs. Hold on. I have something huge. Huge news for you. Watch. Oh, whoa. Oof. Sorry. How can I teleport to that without spoiling things? Here. Okay, I've huge news for you. You can just delete them. You just delete them. Same with this guy. I love how literally every player in the world never tries this. I also didn't know. I got up to eat and now there's a good game being played. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll go back to a pattern slop. I kind of want to show the quick kill, though. Wait. No, we'll go here. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Dude, I really, like, have to go in very soon. This time I did give myself some leeway with the timer. 30 minutes. Because I knew I'd go over. But I should still respect the timer. Okay, surely quick kill. I actually might mess this up. There we go. Oh, why aren't you not auto-selected? Save states are weird. Anyways. When do games ever let you destroy projectiles? Silksong lets you do it almost always. Also kind of... What? It just voluntold me into that pickup. What was that? I kind of also want to show movement. We're going here. By the way, don't worry, Hazel. I'm keeping this a very early game. This is still pre-Widow. Oh, no. This is GTNH, yeah. I mean, Computer Craft is in, so... Fun fact, dash actually ends your cooldown on your needle, so you can dash, well you can attack, dash, attack to swing faster. This is why Wanderer's Crest is actually useless, because swing speed is completely... It's completely possible with Hunter. Also, pogos give you immunity frames, so you can just pogo right through enemies, like they're not even there. Fully down dash glide. What do you mean? That was not supposed to be a double dash attack. That was supposed to be a dash attack up, dash cancel hit. No, what are you doing? No pogos give immunity frames, cannot ever use them. It's really hard. Oh no, wait. Holy! There we go. Why is he getting the balls? You don't need to know that. Anyways. Would be better. There. I've memorized the numbers so I don't have to show Hazel the menu. Okay, so I'm kind of bad at Widow, so I'm not sure how good this one's gonna be. Ah, that's so sad. Seriously, man? That's so annoying. Fine, I guess we're healing on Widow. Nah, I just cheated in Silk. Ah, that's so sad. That's what I mean. I don't know my hit counts on staggers. Dude, really? That's so sad. Good enough. That was probably around 44 or 45 seconds, so way below my average, but you get the idea. Anyways, we'll go back to GTNH shortly, so that I can fix the lasers, because I don't want to leave the base like this. Though actually, I guess the vac nukes would make up for it. What a fake death. This surprised me so much. Yeah, that was very fun in my first playthrough, because I fully understood phase 1, and I was like, ah man, I'm already done the fight, and then she just instantly kills me with the second phase. Oh man. When Sea of Sorrow, man. Okay, so I need to figure this out. You don't have power. You have power. Oh, nice. Well. Can quickly place an extra few laser hatches, and then we're done. So I'm missing a target hatch. Why would I be missing a target hatch? Oh yeah, I should probably turn you back on. Oh, you're already on. No you're not. Thank you. So to be honest, this will stay ZPM. I don't really want to mess with it too much. Man, I haven't done a Silksong tangent on a GTNH stream in a while. But it's always worth it, because I feel a little bit of pressure when I'm doing that. A little bit of pressure to perform, which I don't usually feel. Just because it's people who've never seen me play before. And that because I usually play well with that, it actually makes me feel way better about my skill level. Good mental. I've seen you play before. Well, statistically, there's 43 people watching as I started up Silksong. And like 90% of them have never seen me play Oh no, 90% of them are not regular Silksong viewers. Like, I'd say more than 90%. Like, only Lemon Trim and Litterbox I've ever seen in a Silksong chat before, out of everyone here right now. And so, based on that, I'd say only around 8 to 10 people here now have watched another Silksong stream before. So the majority of people here haven't. Statistically speaking, a lot of people there just saw Silksong, or at least me playing Silksong for the first time. You don't remember me? I do not remember your username, I'm sorry. I'm here. Oh, just Sarah is here. You were just inactive. Okay. You've seen me? I think I have. You're just not as active as someone like Lemon Trim. Lemon Trim is there literally every single stream. One of the first messages. So there's a bar for entry here. Not that active. You say what's cracking Brochachu every single stream, GTNHN not. Okay, so there's all the lasers, all the UV lasers. I need one more laser target. I don't know how I'm missing a UV target. It has to still be crafting or something. Doesn't make sense that I would just be missing one. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Yeah, I have to have placed a UV target on something that shouldn't have one. But I can't find one. So now I'm gonna have to wait 18 years for this to finish. And, you know, I don't even have time for that, so we're gonna end stream. I'm gonna order, like, a lot of these. Let's get 8 of these. Stop it! Oh, it's eating all the lutetium, all the fusions are. Wait a minute, is that... Oh, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's gonna go for a day. Unironically, that's gonna be going for a day. Don't go, it'll give me motivation to play Skong. I got nothing to that, because I'm probably not gonna be streaming tomorrow. I also don't have time to stream... Or maybe I do? I might stream Silksong tonight. My mouth hurts really bad, by the way, for the record, so, like, I'm in a position right now where I'm ready to call off any stream. I think I'll do Silksong tonight, but, also my grandpa's funeral is in 2 days, so I'll probably not be streaming then. So yeah, I don't know about Silksong streams in the next little bit. But anyway.